Welcome to the Leaders Insights podcast. Today's episode, From Data Asset to Data Product, What CDOs Get Wrong About Monetization. Everyone claims they're sitting on a goldmine of data. Most of them are sitting on a landfill. What's the actual difference?
The difference is whether anyone outside your building will pay for it. A gold mine has buyers. A landfill just has volume. I've watched companies brag about petabytes of behavioral data that nobody, internally or externally, would spend $1 on.
So the data quality isn't the problem?
Rarely. The problem is that CDOs, chief data officers, the people who own data strategy, treat productization as an engineering project. They build a clean pipeline, a nice interface, and then act shocked when no revenue shows up. You didn't build a product, you built plumbing.
Harsh. What does treating it as a product actually mean in practice?
It means you start with a customer who has a wallet and a specific pain, not with the data you happen to have. Look at MasterCard. Their data business, the insights arm, didn't succeed because they had transaction records. Everyone has records. It succeeded because they packaged spending trends for retailers who needed to decide where to open the next store. That's a decision someone pays for.
But most CDOs aren't sitting at MasterCard. They're at some mid-sized manufacturer. What's their version of that?
Same discipline, smaller scale. I worked with an industrial equipment maker whose machines threw off sensor data, vibration, temperature, uptime. For years it sat in a lake, doing nothing. The technical people wanted to build a data platform. Wrong instinct. We asked the customers what kept them up at night, and it was unplanned downtime. So we sold a failure prediction feed, same data, suddenly worth real money because it stopped a factory line from dying at 3 a.m.
How much money, roughly?
That feed grew into roughly an 8-figure annual line within 2 years, and the data hadn't changed at all. The framing had. We stopped selling sensor data and started selling, you won't get the surprise breakdown.
Here's the uncomfortable question. If it's that simple, why do so many CDOs get it wrong?
Because their incentives are technical, and their org chart is technical. A CDO's team is engineers, analysts, governance people. Not one of them has ever priced anything or lost a deal. So they optimize for what they can measure, data lineage, model accuracy, and ignore the only metric that matters, which is whether a customer renews.
You're saying the CDO role is set up to fail at monetization.
Structurally, yes, unless they fix it. The data product leaders, companies like Bloomberg, or the analytics unit at Experian, put commercial people and data people on the same team, reporting to the same P&L, the profit and loss statement that shows if you're actually making money. The laggards keep data in a cost center and wonder why it behaves like one.
Let's talk numbers. Is there evidence the leaders actually pull ahead?
There is, though. Be careful who's counting. McKinsey put out figures suggesting data product-driven firms bring new use cases to market noticeably faster. And yes, McKinsey sells consulting on exactly this, so read it with a raised eyebrow. But the direction is right. When you treat data as a product with an owner, a roadmap, and a price, you ship faster because someone's accountable.
What about the ones who monetize badly, sell data they shouldn't?
That's the other ditch. Facebook, Meta now, spent years learning that some data is worth more unsold than sold, once regulators and users push back. Monetization isn't sell everything. It's knowing which slice creates value for someone else without blowing up your trust. The good operators say no to more deals than they say yes to.
So give me the one thing a CDO listening right now should do Monday morning.
Pick your single, most hyped internal data set and go find one external customer who'll pay for a specific decision it improves. Not a pilot, not a platform, one paying customer with one problem. If you can't find them in 2 weeks, you don't have a product. You have a hobby.
A hobby with a very expensive storage bill.
Now you're getting it.
That's your 5. The full CDO track, structured, no fluff, is at mba-training.com.